Elise and Tony are up next.
Okay. Well, we have a love-hate relationship with trailers. As we've talked about, marketing is tricky and we try to avoid it like the plague. But one of our ways to combat that is on our podcast. We like to review trailers for movies that are coming out. So we have 3 movies coming out in September that we want to talk about. We typically watch the first trailer and then try to avoid any trailer 2 as much as possible.
Yeah, by the time you get to trailer 2, that's when all the spoilers happen.
Yeah, they drop the spoilers in them.
Yeah, teasers are the best. Yeah.
Ooh, which brings me to our first film that we want to talk about coming out in September. Comes out September 12th. It's called Traumatika. And I feel like so far, it's just the teaser trailer that's out right now. Maybe there's another one. But we actually did have a chance to see this movie at a screening in Los Angeles at Vidiots in Los Angeles, if anyone knows that.
Shout out to Vidiots. It's an awesome video store.
Yeah. Yeah. But we got to see a screening of it, directed by Pierre Tsagardis, written by Maxime Rancon and Pierre Tsagardis. It's fantastic. We don't want to spoil too much about it, but performances by Rebecca Kennedy and Susan Gale Watts. They're so captivating on screen. And there are some really good scares and creep factors, and also some good little hints of comedy peppered in here and there. So,
it's a movie that will take you to places that is unexpected. And actually, I kind of feel like some people watching the movie won't like that aspect of it because it almost seems like it could possibly be 2 movies. But I don't know. Is that a spoiler? I don't know if that's a spoiler. Sorry. I try not to, but
because the teaser really doesn't tell very much at all, but it has some really good cinematography.
Yeah, and for an indie horror film, there's definitely like you're going into it, and you're not going to get the same sort of scenes or action or whatever as like a big budget horror film. So you kind of like when we go into indie horror films, we kind of have that in the back of our minds, like it's incredible to make a film. It's so hard to make a film, and just like watching actually one of the best things about indie horror films is that they often break the rules of horror films, and we really love that. So yeah,
they break the rules and they're scrappy because they have a lower budget typically.
So Traumatika, check it out, September 12th. The second film that we wanted to talk about was a movie that we have not seen. So this one is a bigger budget release. It is the movie Him, and it is the movie that is produced by Jordan Peele's company, Monkey Paw, and starring Marlon Wayans, Julia Fox, and Tyreek Withers. And Tyreek Withers, he was recently in the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Although I don't know if I was a fan of him in that movie.
I liked him.
She liked it. But this looks like, and I'm very curious about this movie just because I can't recall the last time I've seen a sports themed horror movie aside from maybe like cheerleaders. Right. And I was trying to like think of like what comes to mind. And I was thinking of movies like The Fan, which was more of like a thriller. And one of my favorite movies as a kid was The Last Boy Scout, which actually starred Damon Wayans. Yeah. Also more of like a crime thriller, but had some horrific elements to it. So I'm just really curious about him. I don't really have super high expectations for this, but it looks like it's going to deal with traumatic brain injury and sort of like becoming the best at something and going to the extreme length and doing whatever it takes to become the best at something, whether that's like, I kind of feel like it's going to go in the direction of some sort of psychological horror, maybe possession type thing. Not exactly sure.
Yeah.
The trailer was wild.
It was wild. I liked it.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to have some really stunning visuals. And I really like Marlon Wayans in this type of role. I think he's really good at it. I'm just remembering Requiem for a Dream and how good he was in that movie. So I'm excited to see him in this movie. And yeah, we're excited to see it in the theater, of course.
Yeah.
Even if people are crunching popcorn, usually
We'll take
That's
the gamble.
actually- yeah.
It's usually Tony.
It's usually me, so sorry about that.
It's all him. I'm like staring at him like, stop
Yeah, she's like
eating.
nudging me, like, "Hey, stop!"
It's usually during like a really emotional moment. I'm just like, I'm crying and he's chomping.
Yeah. Okay, and then the third
The
one.
last one we want to talk about, I'm excited for this. I don't know if anybody else is, but Jester 2.
Oh,
The mask
okay.
for Jester is amazing. I love
Right?
the mask.
Yes.
I love the mask.
Okay, it's coming out September 15th. I happened to watch the first Jester last year on a whim. I wasn't expecting very much, but I was pretty impressed with it. And yes, it does seem like in the same vein as Terrifier, but it's like if you take Terrifier and make it a Lifetime movie, and I kind of like Lifetime movies, so it was fun for me.
Lifetime used to go hard on the thrillers back in the day.
They really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Psychotic girlfriends, crazy babysitters, they're fun. And so Jester just takes that kind of mood and puts a creepy Jester in it that can do whatever. So I'm excited for Jester 2. I watched the teaser trailer, and again, I appreciate that it did not really spoil too much. So let's go Jester 2.
Your talk of Jester has me sold on it. Like now I want to watch it.
It's
Now
No,
I wanna watch
you should.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so those are sort of the three. I know there's a lot coming out in September. I feel like we are still sort of in a horror renaissance.
Yeah.
And there are some big studio productions that are come out, some that start with The Conjuring, that I'm not as excited to see.
But we are excited to see
But we
like
will
the
see
long
it,
walk.
yeah.
But we just feel like we can't really talk about the long walk because it's like based off.
Okay,
the long walk.
if you want to talk about like spoiling the movie in the trailer, do not watch the trailer for The Long Walk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do not watch that. If you've read the book, then you
Cool.
probably know what's going to happen.
You mentioned you're not super excited for the Conjuring movie. I'm kind of. You can expand on that, but also panel. Who's eagerly awaiting the final Conjuring film?
I am. I love that damn franchise. 3 was not the best, but I love 1 and 2. I think those are 2 of the best horror films I think I've ever seen. So I'm hoping that they kind of wrap it up nicely and keep it scary and kind of maybe revert back to some of their older material. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to end well.
I'm on board with you. I love 1 and 2. 3 was okay, but this is the same guy who did 3.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's my one concern is I hope they stick the landing with this one because I mean it's within the main continuity of the Conjuring franchise, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we just did an episode with GC talking about the Conjuring, so Jordan and I were involved in that.
Yeah,
But
you guys got to check it out. We talked about also like horror, like you guys were talking about like ghost stories and stuff. We incorporated that on there. So Josh, I think you'll enjoy that a lot.
We went on a couple tangents in that, but we will be doing for Jonathan's and I regular show. We're going to be reviewing the final one. So you guys, if you want to join that conversation, hit me up after the show and we'll get you involved in that. But
I haven't seen any of the Conjuring movies.
Hey, I just want to say though, speaking.
Oh wait,
of
yeah, who said that? I didn't see any of the Conjuring movies.
Jonathan.
All right,
Me.
I like that.
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
Yes,
I have a lot of catching up to do. A lot of movies after talking with Aaron yesterday. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do.
you got 3 Conjuring movies to watch this week before we do the 4th one.
There you go. There you go. And I just
can
wanted
make it
to say,
happen. I can
speaking
make it
of
happen.
marketing, they say they saved the best for last in the trailer, so it has to be good, right?
That's
Ooh,
I couldn't even make it through the first trailer. So in all honesty. All right. Tony, Elise, thank you so much. Was that all you had? You got more?
just quickly. Well, I had a
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
If you all get a chance to see a movie called Jimmy and Stiggs, you really need to go see it. It had a really limited release in theaters. I'm hoping that it comes out on Shudder or wherever it's going to be released. But it's shot in 35 millimeter. The guy who made the film, Joe Bagos, also did Christmas Bloody Christmas, which is an awesome film.
And Bliss. Yeah.
And he basically made this film over the course of 4 years in his apartment. And he just completely trashed this thing. It is like a deranged, drug fueled, I don't know, like alien blasting movie.
Yeah. He's directing, acting, and he's the DP.
He used a live chainsaw when he was filming it, and that seems pretty dangerous.
While filming.
Yeah. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite movies of the year for sure. Yeah.
He's super underrated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. Great soundtrack. Oh man, great effects. Yeah. I mean,
I think Joe
Those neighbors
Bagos
love him.
are awesome. His
Yeah.
films, they're so different, and just the look of them. They have such a unique look. I can't wait to see that.